I never thought I would be writing a horror story about a Target store, but here I am. It all started when I needed to grab a few things from the store before heading home. It was late at night, and I was the only customer in the store. The lights were dim, and the aisles were eerily quiet. I brushed it off as just being a slow night for the store, but I couldn't shake off the feeling of unease that had settled in my stomach. I made my way through the store, picking up the items on my shopping list. As I turned down one of the aisles, I noticed a faint whispering sound. At first, I thought it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but the sound grew louder as I approached the end of the aisle. I hesitantly looked down the aisle and saw a figure dressed in a red Target uniform, but something was off about them. Their skin was a sickly pale color, and their eyes were completely black. I froze in fear as the figure turned to face me, and in a raspy voice it said, "Welcome to Target. How may I assist you?" I quickly turned and ran in the opposite direction, my heart racing with fear. I could hear the figure's footsteps behind me, getting closer and closer. I finally reached the safety of the checkout area and turned to see that the figure was no longer there. I brushed it off as just my imagination once again and quickly paid for my items, eager to get out of the store. As I made my way to my car, I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched. I turned around to see the figure in the red uniform standing at the entrance of the store, staring directly at me. I quickly got in my car and drove away, trying to forget about the strange encounter. But that was just the beginning of the horror that awaited me at Target. Every time I went to the store, I would see the figure in the red uniform, always watching me with those soulless black eyes. I tried to avoid the store as much as possible, but I couldn't escape the feeling that it was calling out to me, luring me back in. One night, I had no choice but to go to Target. It was the only store open at that hour, and I desperately needed some groceries. As I entered the store, I noticed that the lights were flickering, and the shelves were in disarray. I should have turned around and left, but I needed the groceries. I made my way through the store, my heart racing with fear as I anticipated another encounter with the figure in the red uniform. But this time, it was different. As I turned down an empty aisle, I saw the figure standing at the end, beckoning me to come closer. I was frozen with fear, but I couldn't resist the pull. I slowly walked towards the figure, my heart pounding in my chest. As I got closer, I noticed that its skin was peeling off, revealing a grotesque creature underneath. Its eyes were still black, but they were now glowing with an otherworldly light. "Welcome to Target," it hissed, its voice filled with malice. "You have been chosen." I turned to run, but I couldn't move. It was as if I was glued to the spot. The creature slowly approached me, its arms reaching out to grab me. I closed my eyes, bracing myself for the inevitable. But suddenly the lights came back on, and the creature disappeared. I ran out of the store, vowing to never return. But the nightmares of the creature in the red uniform continued to haunt me. I couldn't sleep, eat, or function properly. I knew that I had to do something to stop this horror from consuming me. I did some research and found out that the Target store was built on an ancient burial ground. The spirits of the dead were angry at the intrusion and were trying to seek revenge. The figure in the red uniform was the embodiment of their anger, and it was luring unsuspecting customers into the store to torment them. I knew what I had to do. I went back to the store, armed with holy water and sage. I performed a cleansing ritual, and as I poured holy water on the ground, the figure in the red uniform appeared in front of me. It let out a blood-curdling scream and vanished, along with the whispers and eerie feeling in the store. The curse was lifted, and the spirits were at peace once again. I never set foot in that Target store again. but I always wonder if anyone else has encountered the figure in the red uniform. I warn everyone I know to stay away from that store, but I can't help but wonder if there are still unsuspecting customers falling prey to the Target store horror story.